having a beautiful weekend. It's a beautiful day. Um, Welcome once again to the other world according to Bob. I am Bob. This is my show. Today's a comic book review. We only have 3 books today. Hopefully you enjoyed the Indiana Jones comic book review. Um, Feel free to still discuss that in the comments of this one. In case you didn't see it. We're starting off with this. The Boy of Tomorrow, #1. It's a Connor Kent series. We didn't mention the Legion of Superheroes yet. We didn't mention Starman. It's the classic Connor, pardon me. But you know, he has the leather jacket, the greaser look, and he's part of Young Justice. That is, but that is, um, basically what's going on with this Connor. It's not the one where he's just wearing a t-shirt. I enjoy that one much better. This is the one I have an action figure of from back in the day, which they never gave him his own cartoon show. He didn't appear on Justice League. He wasn't like Bart where he was in the pilot. He's trying to find a place he fits in because he got erased from time. It's a whole thing. And then Matt Haddon put him back where he belongs. Put the action figure back in the box. And this is basically his story of cleaning up afterward. He is currently finding a place within the Elf family. I'm sorry, I just can't get over the art. The art in this is really, really pretty. Like, really, not Alex Ross pretty, but still pretty up there. Um, I am not sure if I finished #2, but I kind of think I did. And I understand that these people he's currently fighting are clones of Connor, but um, they're gonna be as forgotten as the symbiotes are with Venom from Maximum. The time he fought with Spider-Man, and there are like 4 of them, and they all look like Venom. That's these guys, but for Superboy. They're all gonna be just forgotten characters. I'm looking forward to seeing how they bring in the Legion of Superheroes, how they bring in what's going on with the Justice Society, what he was doing during Dark Crisis, all that stuff. The art alone gets a 5, but what about the story? The story, like I said, felt kind of predictable, so I gotta knock a few points off. So the book itself gets a 3, and I was the issues after this aren't as memorable, and I didn't really want to finish it, but I don't want Bart to. I mean, Connor to end up in Bart territory where they just don't know what they want to do with him because Young Justice currently disbanded, and we can't make Bart the Flash again, but we have to do something with him. Just like they can't let Connor grow up and have a relationship with Cassie and have Cassie become Wonder Woman. They can't write a story about the Titans' future. As cool as I think that would be, and I don't mean an evil future where they're invading what's currently going on with the Titans. I mean a happily forever after future. But they aren't gonna do that. So, and that makes me sad. I I knocked a few points off because I'm not too sure what they're gonna do with this series. Could they have like time fall apart like in these two? Hardware Icon versus Hardware number 3. Yes, we're just moving on. Icon versus Hardware number 3 has time fall apart, and like I said, it was a whole big thing. At the end, Hardware's like, yeah, I screwed up time, and now Icon has drawn the ire of Brainiac, which means, yeah, we might have that fight on our hands. We might see the guy from Convergence, who knows? But this leading up to all that, I was expecting it to be an origin story, like for Icon himself, but they subverted that by saying before the spaceship lands on Earth, Earth's history is already changed because of what Hardware is doing. And then all of a sudden they're like, a utopia is impossible. You were right. Um, and Icon's like, a utopia is possible. He's seen it. He lives through it. But Hardware goes back regardless. And like I said, up, above all that, as the cherry on top of that Sunday, he has Brainiac, which is just a regular Brainiac too, not Super Mega Brainiac from Convergence either, which means the Convergence Brainiac could be on his way. You could get Telos. This story had a lot of possibility. The thing with the thing with the thing with Rocket, with the girls beating on her on the cover, on the cover, doesn't really happen. You get her fighting Vandal Savage instead, which was cool, but it wasn't cool that Icon had to pull her out of like harm's way. That Rocket couldn't do it by herself. But it's not. Rachel's even lucky to be in this book. It's Hardware and Icon, not Rocket and Icon. I'm glad she was in the book, but overall, I'd give it a 4 because you don't see that they don't make it like Crisis where it's clear time is changing. It's clear for us, but it's not clear for them. So it definitely has more promise than the Superboy book. That's why I'm giving it a 4. But overall, I don't know. Something tells me they're not going to stick the landing. A lot of big time falling apart stories. Image did one too this week. They're still in the middle of their time falling apart saga. If the other one was the Angel saga, this is the time falling apart saga because they've been doing it for quite a while. They've had him like ride the dinosaur and Gunslinger like be preparing for this fight with Clown. Clown in the Clown in the background felt like Jaws, where in the book they're just preparing for the shark. They set up that shark like nobody's business. If you've never seen the movie, you you're waiting for this shark, and that's Clown in this. That at one point they're telling you about the island and how he plays with his victims, and it's just yeah, they definitely tell you what's going on there. Where I complained about hard, hardware and icon not showing, this shows to the extent of when it finally happens, the book stops. It will be better in trade because this won't be the point that stops at when the four little clowns are popping out. But yeah, um, I didn't really say last time that Clown's daughter decides that he's going to help Javier and his idiot friend who just figured out he's from Lincoln's time, which will be the idiot he has to go along with. Say, hey, look, man, we can teach you how to read and we can acclimate you to our time. which I've totally been hoping they do. Instead of just saying he's a dumb shit. But you all know that already. You know that I've been saying that Gunslinger Spawn should be disabled Spawn. Because we don't get enough of those. But that's just my opinion. In fact, it was a very good book. I don't want to spoil too much for you, but last time I feel I didn't say enough because last time he rode a friggin' dinosaur and it was awesome. That's how they ended it. This, you get, there's him with his new costume design, and it was, yeah, awesome, I guess. But it will be even more awesome in trade because you don't get those brief commercial break type things. I haven't read the next one. I know it's out. I haven't, but you shouldn't aim at knowing that there's going to be a trade. That's just greedy. If they had set up Watchmen knowing that there was going to be a $50 big book someday, it wouldn't have been as epic. So, the score I'd give for this is also a 4, but for entirely different reasons. That I, I just feel Spawn character needs to be more promoted than what they're doing for poor Gunslinger. Spawn is their Batman. Spawn, when you think Image, you think Spawn. You don't think about crossover. You don't think about Invincible. You think Spawn. And and for them to, it's like them introducing a different member of the Bat family and not promoting him. When they don't promote characters, it just dies, and I don't want to see that for Spawn. Gunslinger Spawn, that is. Overall, it was a good book, though, but I hope I hope it makes it to issue 50. Yeah, that's why I thought of those 3 books. I've been Bob. Till next time, keep reading comics. Bob out. Not a perfect book by any means, but still good, Mom.